Alright, first of all, I just want to thank Jake for buying me a coffee. And he writes, "Hi Mike. After 2 months of training muscle ups 2 or 3 times a week, following your videos, I just reached my goal of doing 3 basically no-kip muscle ups by my 40th birthday in October. My legs are still coming forward at the top before the dip, so I will keep training with the red and black bands to increase my pull strength and work toward the goal of 5 sets of 5 bodyweight muscle ups." So first of all, Jake, thank you so much for the coffee. I'm so happy to read about your results and that you already reached your goal of doing 3 no-kip muscle ups by your 40th birthday in October. So basically you reached your goal 2 months in advance. That's amazing, and yeah, I'm just so happy that my tips work for you and that you benefit from my videos. So Jake is also a muscle up client of mine, and before he started his muscle up journey, he could do 20 regular pull-ups, and he also writes that he had no experience with explosive pull-ups or muscle ups. And before watching my tutorials and my coaching, he couldn't even do one muscle up with the green band. He says his timing was off and he wasn't throwing his chest over the bar. You know, that was just 2 months ago, so he has been making massive gains over these 2 months. So one of his first muscle ups with the green band looked like this. And now 2 months later, his bodyweight muscle ups looks like this. And from going to 0 experience to be able to do 3 bodyweight muscle ups. So that's amazing progress, Jake, and I'm looking forward to seeing more progress in the future. Thanks again, Jake, and cheers. And as you may or may not know, I offer muscle up coaching. It's perfect for you who feel a little bit stuck in your muscle up journey and want to take the big steps and learn the muscle up much faster and safer. And it's more fun as well because you will receive tailored muscle up tips exactly to where you are in your journey. What I'm giving out in my videos are, of course, more general advice. But in the coaching, I focus all my attention on you and your form, and we implement the technique changes that you need where you are in your journey right now. And in my experience, this will save you a lot of time and frustration. If that sounds interesting to you, my information is in the description below. And another big thank you to someone that didn't leave their name, and you bought me 3 coffees, so thank you so much. And he writes, "Hi Mike, I live with you and your videos till 2 months, always at work to obtain the bodyweight muscle up. You stay my inspiration. And again, I'm so happy that you like my videos and that you find inspiration from them. I appreciate you and thank you again for the 3 coffees." Alright guys, as usual, I've done my general warm-up, warming up my shoulders, wrists, pecs, biceps, triceps, and now I will warm up the actual muscle up movement with the purple band, thinking about the technique steps, embodying the muscle up technique for the heavier reps. First rep felt good, and I feel it's so important to do these warm-up reps because otherwise I'm lacking the explosiveness for the heavier reps. Okay, so 1 or 2 more before moving on to the black band. And my technique cues that I'm thinking about myself is to relax my core and sort of pull with my armpits. So I want to close them as fast as possible. This will make me pull as close to the bar as possible, which creates the best bar path. And that equals the most efficient muscle up. And of course, throwing my chest over the bar. So warm up feels good. I just think I'll do 1 or 2 reps with the black band before moving on to body weight. Hey Mike, I have consistently been doing weighted muscle ups now for about 2 weeks. I have following your routine of banded warm up, then going to weighted muscle ups. 10 pounds 1 rep, then 15 1 rep, and then 20 for 1 rep. if I have the strength that day. Then I do the bodyweight pyramid. I have been doing this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with some cardio and push-ups between days. My question is 3 days a week pyramid weighted muscle-ups okay? So thank you for your question, Greg. And I'm so happy to read that you're doing such great progress with your muscle-ups. I know I often recommend doing muscle-ups like 2 days per week max, but this is just like a general recommendation. If 3 days per week works good for you and you feel that you can recover between sessions, that's amazing and you should keep doing that. Okay, so I'll begin my weighted set ladder that I always start with 1 bodyweight muscle-up and then move up to 10 kilos. All right, guys, first bodyweight muscle-up for the day. The first bodyweight muscle-up always feels a little bit rusty, but overall that felt good. So I will put on my ankle weights with 2 kilos extra. All right, guys, 2 kilos are on, 1 rep. All right, 4 kilos are on, 1 rep. Trying to pull as close to the bar as possible and throwing my chest forcefully over the bar. 6 kilos are on, 1 rep, and the goal is to make all the muscle ups look more or less the same every weight jump. And I say more or less because as it becomes heavier, I can't pull as high as with the lower weights. And when you only can pull to about here, your legs naturally want to flare out to counterbalance. Okay, so this is 6 kilos. This should look more or less the same. Okay, 8 kilos are on, so I'm not feeling as explosive today as usual, but that's okay, sometimes that's the case. Let's see how this feels. Okay, so I'm definitely expecting the legs to flare out a little bit on this one, because I felt a tendency on that on my 8 kilos, so 2 kilo jump from 8 to 10. This is definitely much harder for me. Thanks for the tips. Also, does negative muscle ups help fix chicken wing muscle ups as well? So in my last video, I addressed the chicken winging and how to fix that problem, but I wouldn't say that negative muscle ups help fix the chicken winging. Negative muscle ups have its place more in the later stages of your muscle up journey. Oftentimes, if our problem is the transition, it basically means that we need to work on our explosiveness. As I said in my last video, to fix the chicken winging, it's better to do your half muscle ups, and as you're focusing on your half muscle up, it's easier to address the chicken winging because your focus is to rest your chest on the bar, and you do that for multiple reps. And as you review your video, you can see how you decrease the chicken winging, and eventually you will teach your body how to transition over the bar with both shoulders at the same time. It can take a while, but the best solution in my experience is just practicing the half muscle ups. I would save the negative muscle up for the later stages in your muscle up journey. Hope that helps. So that last 10 kilo muscle up was really ugly, but sometimes that's the case. So I dropped the weights and I will continue with my bodyweight muscle up pyramid. Okay, 2 bodyweight muscle ups. 3 muscle ups. So here I was really trying to exaggerate the throwing my chest over the bar. So I wasn't trying to make them look clean or anything, just embodying that technique more of throwing the chest over the bar. Getting closer to the end of the pyramid, 2 muscle ups. And last muscle up.